Hi guys, you're welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Nelly Saduwa and you're welcome to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, I am back with another educating, interesting, enlightening, life-changing, hair growth changing video for you guys. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about two things that I mentioned in one of my previous videos. Why is my hair not retaining length? And I'm going to link two videos in the iCards for you to go watch, because basically those two videos are very important for you to go see them. The first one is why is my hair not retaining length, and then the other is knowing my hair type. So today I'm going to be reviewing those two topics alongside discussing something also very important as well. I mentioned talking about nighttime routine in that video, why is my hair not retaining length. Okay, so I'm going to talk a little bit more on nighttime routine in this video, and I'm also going to be talking about protective hairstyling in today's video. Now the basic reason why I'm going to be doing that is because I'm going to be talking about protective hairstyling in this video, because I also mentioned it in that video. Okay, so grab your notepad and a pen, sit down. If you need a juice, please get one, because it's going to be a long video. Yes, I'm trying to let you know what you're coming up for. It's going to be a very long video, so please sit down, relax while I take you guys on this ride. So first of all, let's go back to reviewing those two topics which I talked about in my previous videos. First, why is my hair not retaining length, and secondly, knowing your hair type. Now for you to know your hair type and for you to be able to define that this is my hair type, classified into 4 different things. Okay, now let me just say 4 things determines your hair type. First of all, your hair's porosity. Thirdly, your hair's secondly, your hair's density. Thirdly, your hair's width and diameter. And lastly, the length of your hair. Now when I mean the length of your hair, I'm not talking about how long your hair is, obviously, but I'm talking about length, as in the length of your hair, because really the length of your hair has a role to play in defining your hair type. Now when your hair is pretty short, you cannot say I have type 2A, type 2B, type 2C, or 4 hair. Okay, the reason why you cannot say that is because the length of your hair has not begun to show, so you cannot know what your hair type is at that point. But the moment the length of your hair begins to progress, the length of your hair tends to affect the shrinkage of your hair, tends to also affect the curl pattern of your hair, and so at that point you get to know what hair type you have. Okay, so that said, now let's move on to the next. I'm actually starting from bottom to top. Okay, so I've talked about the length of your hair. Now I'm going to talk about the width and diameter of your hair. Now the curl pattern that you have has a role to play in defining your hair type. Now if your curl pattern is loose, it has the type of hair it's defining that you have. If it's tight curls, it has the type of hair that it's defining that you have. That's the more reason why you need to go see the other video, what's my hair type. So I'm going to also link that video in the iCards for you to go watch that video, because it's important you watch that video for you to be able to know your hair type. And then also it's also important you watch the next video, which I'm also going to link in the iCards. Why is my hair not retaining length? So let's just continue talking about defining your hair type first of all. Now the third thing that's going to define your hair type is your hair's density, starting from bottom to top. Hair's density. Now hair's density, a lot of people are going to say it's same thing as your hair's volume. Of course, it's same thing as your hair's volume, but a lot of people refer to density as the thickness of your hair. Now the thickness of your hair has to do with a strand of hair. Okay, so when you see someone with a very voluminous hair, it simply means that person has more high density hair. The density of your hair will be speaking about the volume of hair coming out from your scalp and not the strand of hair. Do you understand? So that said, let's move on to the next one, your hair's porosity. Now, talking about your hair's porosity, what is porosity? Now, I know a lot of us must have heard, I have high porosity hair, I have low porosity hair, and we are all asking, what is porosity? Like, I mean, I asked that question for the longest time, and truth be told, I never really asked. I've just been asking myself, like, what's porosity? And so it really did affect the reason why my hair did not grow as much as I would want it to, because watching DIY videos back then, I remember a lot of YouTubers here would say, for my low porosity type of hair, this is good. For my high porosity type of hair, this is good. But then I don't even know what porosity is, and I did not even bother to ask. So whatever product I see them using or making, I just go, I buy, I use, and it does not work for me. So you see why this also has a role to play in why your hair is not growing fine, right? So this defines your hair type, and it also defines how well your hair grows. Your hair's porosity, your hair's density, your hair's width or diameter, and also the length of your hair has a role to play when it comes to how your hair grows, and it also has a role to play in defining your hair type. So I experienced that for a very long time, in that I would buy products, I would buy things and make DIYs, all of those just to grow my hair, but it's not working. Why? Because I was not paying attention to what they were saying. I mean, these people were saying that I have low porosity hair, I have high porosity hair, so this is good for my hair, but I did not even know what my hair type was, and I was using all of those products and it was not working. So you see why it's important you find out your hair's type. So watch that video, find out your hair type. If after watching the video it's a little bit confusing, like you still couldn't find your hair type, it's all right, calm down, you don't have to panic. Okay, all you have to do is to go to Naturally Coiling. Just go to their website, they have a quiz that you could take up to find out your hair type. So take up the quiz, and then also, you know, from there you can find out your hair type. After taking up that quiz, you will be able to define your hair type. So now let's move on from there. Now, talking about porosity, what is porosity? Okay, so your hair's porosity simply refers to how the ability of your hair to absorb and to retain moisture. That's what porosity is all about. So for low porosity type of hair, it simply means that your hair battles, like it literally battles to absorb moisture, and then when it finally absorbs, it does not retain it for a long time. Do you understand? That's for low porosity. So for high porosity, it's the exact opposite of it, in that it's really quick to absorb moisture, and then it retains moisture for a very longer period of time. Now, why certain products are not going to work for you when you use them is because most of these products require our hair to absorb them for them to be able to work. You understand? Absorb and then retain them for a particular period of time for them to be able to work. So if your hair cannot absorb, let alone retain, then that product is not going to work for you. So you see the basic reason why you need to know your hair type, so you get to know how to use products when you're getting them. Don't just get them, and then don't just get products. Basically, get products that you know work well for you. Don't just get any product. I repeat, get products that you know they work really, really well for you, so you can get the best results out of them. So if you're going to go online to search for products to grow natural hair, also after knowing your hair type, include your hair type. I have high, low, medium porosity type of hair. Include it in there, and that's going to help you find out the best product to use. Do you understand? So now, that said, that done, now let's move on to the reasons why our hair is possibly not retaining length. See, these reasons they are so interwoven. I should say that if you do one and then leave the other one, it's almost like you're still not going to get any result whatsoever. So that's why it's important that when you are following all of these rules, ensure to follow it to the minimum. Okay, follow it very well so that it can be helpful to you too. I mean, because you want to get the best out of your hair. So now let's talk about why our hair is not growing, or reasons why our hair is not retaining length. So that's what I want to quickly talk about now. Remember, we're reviewing the other two videos, and then also we're going to be talking about hair's nighttime routine for your hair, and also we're going to be talking about protective styling. So don't skip any part of this video, as every part of this video is important. I might end up referring you to something I've said before, so if you skip it, you lose, you did not get it. So please don't skip the video, please, I beg you, so you can learn very well, and then you would have to miss out on any part. Okay, so now let's move on to the reasons why our hair could possibly not be retaining length. First of all, why do you think your hair would not be retaining length? The first reason is over manipulation of your hair. Now, I used to over manipulate my hair, and I later on got to find out that over manipulation of your hair is not doing your hair any good. As much as after manipulating your hair, you make one glamorous style like this, you come out with it, and then you're looking all beautiful, and then you're looking all fine, and you're looking all flashy, and all of that. All of those are good, yeah, all of those are good, but then calm down, sister, calm down, brother, no, calm down, sister. Calm down, sister. You are damaging your hair, you're hurting your hair, and that's not good for your hair. So what should you do? Always to your hair, protect your hair, like guard your hair, take care of your hair. Someone usually, I can't remember who, but I know people usually say that love, care, and tenderness, please give it to your hair. Your hair needs it too. You're not the only one that needs it, your hair too needs it. Okay, so please give it to your hair to reduce the amount of breakage, because excessive manipulation of your hair, I'm not saying don't manipulate your hair to get a particular hairstyle to wear out. If you think it's necessary, you can do that, but it shouldn't be too often, it shouldn't be too frequent, like today you do it, tomorrow, next tomorrow, and every other day you are all about it. It should be a little bit reduced, the times you get to manipulate your hair, because from the manipulation your hair is breaking gradually. Your hair is breaking, and then before you know it, you're gone, your hair is gone, and then it's looking like, where's all my hair and all of that. So that's the reason why you're not retaining length, excessive manipulation. So reduce the way you manipulate your hair, and you're going to see results with retaining length for your hair. Number 2, not sticking to a good nighttime routine. So you see where I said the nighttime routine discussion is going to come up today? Yeah, I'm going to talk about it really well in the next couple of minutes, so just pipe down, and please don't skip this video, I beg you. Not sticking to a very good nighttime routine. Now, because I'm going to talk more about it later, I'm going to skip this part now. So the next one is not maintaining moisture. Oh my god. Not maintaining moisture, I think, has to do, or rather I would say it has to do with protective styling. Okay, now a lot of us are so good with wearing protective hairstyles, like we wear protective hairstyles like like nothing else. Okay, but then after wearing these protective hairstyles, we forget to moisturize our hair. So when we're taking down these protective hairstyles, our hair tends to break, and then it's almost like, why did I even wear a protective hairstyle in the first place? I'll tell you why you should wear it and how you should wear it, okay, when we talk about protective styling. So the next reason why your hair is not retaining length, the next reason is because you use too much heat on your hair. I've seen people who, when they want to make anything on their, like, styling their hair alone, just to even wash their hair alone, they use heat. After washing, you need a blow dryer to dry out your hair. After blow drying your hair, you flat iron just so you can wear a particular hairstyle. And then after that, what next? And see, the heat on your hair, it's too much. When you're even doing deep protein treatment, you still wear a heat cap to produce more heat to absorb all of the protein treatment that you're giving to your hair. See, when those heats are too much on your hair, instead of doing your hair good, like making it look very pretty for you to carry out, it damages the strands of your hair, in that it causes your hair to thin out. When you do them too frequently, your hair begins to thin out, and the moment your hair starts to thin, just know breakage is inevitable. Okay, so minimize the way you use heat on your hair, and trust me, sister, trust me, your hair is going to do well. You're going to see your length of hair, because see, the reason why we have to talk about retaining length is that it's not about the products you use alone. The human hair grows every day. We're going to talk more about that when we're talking about nighttime routine. Okay, so your hair grows naturally every day. So if you don't maintain the growth that is coming to you, it's going to keep shedding off, and you'll not be able to retain length. Do you get the reason why, like, the importance of you now trying to maintain your hair the way it is, so it doesn't fly away and all those kind of things? Okay, so the next thing I'm going to talk about is not sticking to a particular product. I know I was once guilty of this. Like, even today, my shampoo and my conditioner is finished, and the lady I actually purchased them from, she's actually not around me, so I have to pay a delivery fee, including the money I'm going, and I'm not that buoyant right now. Like, I don't get that money right now. I don't have that money right now. So I was like, okay, should I just get something else? Should I just get another product? But then, thinking of it, the shampoo and the conditioner is really great for my hair. Like, the shampoo is hydrating. It doesn't sip my hair of all the moisture. No, rather it puts more moisture into my hair, and so is the conditioner as well. So if I'm going to change, I don't know what I'm going to change to. I don't know what I'm going to change to, how my hair is going to react to it. My hair has found something, and my hair has embraced it over time. So changing the product is going to be kind of damaging to my hair. Do you understand? So I had to stay back, and I said, when it's time, I'm going to order that, and I trust I'm going to be able to get that product before my next wash day, so I can use it for my next wash day. So now you see the reason why it's important that you have a particular product that you're using, because your hair gets to embrace that product. Your hair gets to respond to that product. Your hair gets to relax in the arms of that product. So by the time you begin to change products over time, what you're actually doing to your hair is that you're telling your hair not to obey any product at all, because your hair is not going to know which one to stick to. Your hair is not going to know which one to listen to. Your hair would just be dumb, like, oh yeah, should I follow here? Abi, should I follow here? Abi, where should I go? Because your hair does not know. So that's the more reason why you have to stick with one product. Sticking with one product helps your hair to embrace everything that comes from that product, all the goodness that comes from that product, and your hair knows to respond to only that product. Do you see why it's important? So when you find a particular product that works really well for your hair, I know certain persons keep trying because they have not found the one that their hair loves. But when you find the one your hair really loves, I would advise that you don't change it for anything. Continue using that one. It's going to be very helpful to your hair and also help your hair grow. The next thing I'm going to be talking about is not taking a proper diet. Now, diet has a very, very important role to play in hair growth. not just hair growth but in healthy living. Now, topical applications on your hair, on your skin, and all of that has a limit to where they can go. Okay, they really cannot grow past this place, because I mean that's where they can reach, topical applications. But then what you eat has a huge role to play, because it supplies your body, your hair, your skin with nutrients that cannot be gotten from those topical applications. Do you see the reason why it's important? Now, as much as companies try to include good proper nutrients and enzymes and amino acids and fatty acids and essential fatty acids and essential amino acids and all of that, you know, as much as they try to incorporate that into the products we use, it is also important that you are taking them into your body first, before those topical applications can begin to really give you the best results that you're looking for. So what should I do when I am trying to eat healthy to get these nutrients that are good for my hair, my skin, and my health in general? Now, you first of all need to eat the 6 classes of food: carbohydrate, protein, vitamin, water, minerals, and what else? Fibers. I don't know. If you know, I think it's relative in different parts of Nigeria. The 6 classes of food on its own, I think it's relative. Then stepping out of Nigeria, I also think the 6 classes of food is also relative. But the one I think I know from primary school used to be carbohydrate, protein, vitamins, minerals, and water. Yeah. But some class of people used to say there's a 7th class which is fiber. I don't know. They used to even have cereals. I don't know. I really don't. I don't see more than I do. But start by eating the 6 classes of food first of all. Ensure that every meal you're taking contains carbohydrates, protein, vitamins, minerals, water. Ensure it contains fibers. Okay, ensure you have those things on a regular. Then after that, you now think of the ones that are more important to you. Probably the ones that are more important because of your hair, because of your skin, because of your health in general. Okay, so now let's talk about the nutrients that really do have a role to play in hair growth. Talking about your vitamin A, your vitamin E, your vitamin C, your vitamin D, talking about your essential amino acids, talking about your omega-3 fatty acids, talking about your biotin, talking about so talking about all of those things. Protein I laugh. Now, protein is not just important alone for your hair, your health in general. It's also important for your general well-being, not just your hair and your skin. It's also important for your general well-being. So you see the reason why you need to pay attention more to nutrients when you are eating. You're not just eating because you want to eat. Don't eat because you want to eat. Eat because you want to eat healthy food that's going to be beneficial to you and also be beneficial to your hair, your health, and your skin in general. Okay, so now let's talk about foods you can eat to get all of these nutrients that I just mentioned. For protein, you can get protein from egg, fish, meats. We have varieties of meats. We have beef, we have red meat, we have chicken, we have turkey, and you can get protein from all of these. You can also get protein from eggs. So when you are eating, just watch how many times you are eating all these things and how well you are eating all these things for you to be able to know if your body is getting enough to produce the results that you're looking for. And then also the next thing I'm going to be talking about is greeny vegetables, where you can get your vitamins from, most especially your vitamin A. So Greeny vegetables are rich in vitamin A, not just greeny vegetables like your pumpkin, your spinach, and all of those greeny vegetables that you should know. Berries are also rich in vitamin A. Your fatty fish like your salmon is also very rich in vitamin A. So the next thing I'm going to be talking about that you should always eat is your avocados and your nuts. Avocados and nuts are rich in zinc, vitamin E, essential fatty acids. Now, let's talk. I've been mentioning essential fatty acids. Some of you should already be wondering what's essential fatty acids. What's it about? Essential amino acids. I've been making a mistake calling it essential fatty acids. I'm so sorry. Essential amino acids. Now, essential amino acids, that's why I said they are a class of protein. Fatty acids are not a class of protein. I'm sorry. If they are, I don't know. I've forgotten medical biochemistry, but okay, so let's continue. Now, essential amino acids, your body needs these acids, but your body cannot produce them. So you need to eat food that contains them for them to come to your body. While the non-essential amino acids, your body can produce them and your body needs them. I cannot even remember any example now for me to give to you, but if I sure do, I'm going to put them in the description box. I think that's the more reason why I need to go and check my book. I need to go and check my textbooks to get some of those essential amino acids. I might leave some on the screen, okay? Some essential amino acids that you should look out for when you are getting stuffs to eat, okay? Yeah, so avocados and nuts such as your peanuts, your cashew nuts, and every other nuts that you know in this life, they are rich in zinc, vitamin E, and essential amino acids. Now these are very, very important for hair growth, not just for your hair, for your skin as well. Those of you that are looking for popping skin that is popping, skin that is glowing, see, it all comes from what you eat. So first of all, deal with what you eat. First of all, deal with what you're eating. Then after that, you can now move. You can now progress to thinking about topical applications that you can put on your skin, put on your hair, and all of that. Okay. So moving on from there, let's talk about seeds. Seeds are also very important for hair growth. Seeds like your flax seeds. I don't know if I got that correctly. Your flax seeds, your chai seeds, your fenugreek seeds, your black seeds. I think black seeds is the same thing as chai seeds. Your fennel seeds, your all of those seeds gone. Most especially your fenugreek, your chai seeds, and your flax seeds, because these seeds are stuffs that you can eat. I don't know about fennel and the others, but these ones are ones that you can eat. They are rich in omega-3 fatty acids. They are rich in biotin as well. Your sunflower seeds, these seeds you can eat them. That's what I'm talking about them. Okay, yeah, they are also very rich in omega-3 fatty acids and biotin. And you should know by now that biotin is important for hair growth. Omega-3 fatty acid is important for hair growth. So now let's move on from here. Now let's go to the cocoa of the day. I think I've done well. Now please, if you are already well seated watching this video and you have not yet subscribed to my channel, I want to beg you in the name of God, please hit the subscribe button. It's a plea. I'm not commanding you. You understand? It's a plea. Please just hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button also, and then also turn on the notification bell so you get notified whenever I post new videos. Thank you and God bless you. Now let's continue to the next story of the day. So first of all, before talking about protective hairstyling, I want to talk about nighttime routine. So I'm going to be doing a lot of reading. Yep. I'm going to be doing a lot of reading from my notes about nighttime routine. Why is nighttime routine very important? First of all, what is nighttime routine? Okay, nighttime routine, these are actually things you get to do at night. So there could be nighttime routine for your hair, could be nighttime routine for your skin, nighttime routine for your study, nighttime routine for, it's just something you do in the night. It's not particular to anything. Okay, it could be for your hair, it could be for your life, it could be for your skin, it could be for everything. You have something that sha by so time in that night I should be doing it. You understand? That's what we call a nighttime routine. So it's something you do, it's a routine you take every day. Do you get something you get to do every day? That's a nighttime routine. So talking about a nighttime routine for your hair, it simply means what you should do to your hair every night. Now, what does a nighttime routine really entails? Like, what does it I'm sorry, I was checking around if I can find my bonnet, but it's not anywhere close to me right now. So let's just continue. So now, what should a nighttime routine comprise of? It should comprise of whatever thing you're doing to your hair. Probably a lot of people take up nighttime routine basically for hair growth. So you see the reason why I want to read my notes for you so that I don't match the line. So let's go. Now, why is a nighttime routine important? Now we've already talked about what a nighttime routine is. Now let's know why is a nighttime routine important. So is that your hair grows through a lot during the day, and surprisingly just as much as night too. During the day you are always touching here, touching there, touching everywhere. And even at night when you are sleeping, same thing happens. So why is it important? Without caring for your hair, it can become damaged, tangled, and dried. Particularly if your hair is already heat or bleach damaged. So for those of us who bleach our hairs and those of us who use heat regularly on our hair, I'm not talking to just those people, I'm talking to everybody in general. So your hair goes through a lot and then your hair needs this care. During the day, during the night, your hair needs care. So that's why before going to bed, it's important that you do certain things to your hair to help your hair stay strong and withstand the hustle and tussle that it goes through every other day. So now let's talk about what rather the steps to take for a proper nighttime routine. First of all, before talking about the steps to take for a proper nighttime routine, let's talk about what a nighttime routine comprises of. Basically, a nighttime routine comprises of you probably oiling your scalp, giving your scalp a very nice massage, and then sometimes washing your hair. If you know during the day you did a lot of stuffs that puts dirt on your hair, it's important that you wash your hair that day before going to bed, because if the dirt should stay on your hair till the next day, it could lead to you having dandruffs or giving you an itchy scalp, which would not be really good for your hair. So at night, when you know you've done certain things that have put dirt on your hair, don't go to bed with that kind of hair saying, tomorrow when I'm in the shower I'm going to wash it. When you are in the shower that evening, wash your hair. Okay, it's important you wash your hair. So after washing your hair, you give your scalp a very nice massage. Oh my god, you give your scalp a very nice massage, and then also you oil your scalp with probably any oil of your choice, or probably if you have a hair growth oil, you can oil your scalp with that hair growth oil. I'm going to tell you why it's important to apply most of those products at night. We'll talk about that later. And then also I'm so sorry, let's continue. So now, nighttime routine basically for your hair involves you probably washing your hair if need be, and then also massaging your scalp with an oil. It could be an hair growth oil, it could be any oil of your choice, and then also protecting your hair when you're going to bed. That's why I was looking for my bonnet, so I could just show you the type of bonnets that are best to use, that are best to use basically. This one, it's a satin bonnet. Can you see it? So it's either you're using a satin bonnet or you're using a silky bonnet. I don't have a silky bonnet. I only have the satin bonnet. So you can get a satin bonnet or a silky bonnet. I think I got this one for how much? I got this from a local beauty supply store anyway, and I think I got this for about 200-300 naira thereabouts. So there are other bigger ones. The reason why I did not get a big one is because my hair, I don't usually wear big hair. I usually wear my natural hair most of the time, and my natural hair isn't that full yet that I might need a bigger hair bonnet. So I just got this one. It's doing really well for me. Okay, so and also nighttime routine also involves you detangling your hair and moisturizing your hair. So these things are things that you should do, or rather these are the things that makes up a nighttime routine. So now let's talk about the step-by-step process of a nighttime routine. So the first step is to detangle your hair. Now probably you did not wash your hair because your hair wasn't dirty during the day. It's okay. And like I said, you don't have to wash your hair every night. You should only wash it when you know certain things happen during the day that puts a lot of dirt, particles, dust and all of that on your hair. So that's the only time that should call for a wash. But if that did not happen, chill. You don't have to. So chill, you don't have to wash your hair. So all you have to do for that night is to detangle your hair. Now detangling your hair, the issue a lot of people have with detangling their hair that I'm still trying to settle is the fact that when you want to detangle your hair, there are combs, or rather brushes, to use. This type, I think I should show you. Yeah, can you see this one? This type of brushes are best for detangling wet hair, not a dried hair. Do you understand the difference? When your hair is wet, this one does a very good job. But if your hair is not wet, please don't use this, okay? Because it's going to get tiled at certain points and it won't be good for you. So except your hair is wet, don't use this. Let me show you very well. They come in different sizes and shapes, okay? These brushes, they come in different sizes and shapes. So if your hair is not wet, please do not. I'm sorry. This right here, guys, is a wide tooth comb. Can you see this? It has wide tooths that can help in detangling a dried hair. They come in different sizes also and shapes, but this is the one I have currently. This is my white tooth comb. This is the one I'm using currently. So to detangle your hair when it's dried, it's best to use this and not this. Do you get? It's best to use this when your hair is dried than to use this. You only use this when your hair is wet. So the next thing to do after detangling your hair at night is to nourish your hair with a proper treatment necessary. So I think this is where moisturizing comes in. So probably if you have a leave-in conditioner that you usually use, or a hair growth cream that you usually use, this is where the whole process of using that comes in. If it needs to go to your scalp as well, apply it to your scalp. If it needs to just stay on only your hair, apply it to your hair. And then you give a very gentle, now very, very gentle. When you're massaging your scalp, you use just these, okay, just the tip of your fingers, okay? Majorly these 3 fingers does the job. So you use the tip of these fingers to just gently massage that into your hair, okay? So that's what a nighttime routine entails. Not just that, the next step is to probably use a lightweight hair serum. So that's where probably if you have a hair growth oil, you can use a hair growth oil, or basically any oil of your choice. If you have a very dried scalp, you should not skip this part, okay? If you have a very dried scalp, you should not skip using a lightweight hair serum on your hair, or any oil of your choice on your hair. You should include that. And then the next thing, probably you washed your hair before. Ensure that your hair is a bit dried before going to bed. Don't just jump on the bed like that, okay? And then when you're done with all of this, you can now apply braids to your hair. It's either you're picking a braid or a twist or a cornrow hairstyle, or whichever one that is okay with you. Probably for me, most times I like twist or these puffs you see on my hair. I'm going to show you guys how I make them in one of my next videos. So you just apply this to your hair, and then you now use your bonnets. Now the bonnet basically is to protect your hair while you're on the bed, because like earlier said, your hair goes through a lot. So why put your hair through so much stress? So protect your hair for it to be well secured when you're going to bed. So the next thing I'm going to be talking about, place of sleep when it comes to hair growth. Now basically, while you're at sleep, okay, a lot of metabolic activities reduces while you're at sleep, such as your heart rate, your breathing rate, and all of that. Most of them reduces when you are at sleep. All of those metabolic activities, they reduce when you're at sleep. But then I'm going to read something out to you right now, so you can, if you're writing, you can write it down. Poor sleep quality leads to a number of health issues. Now, when you don't sleep very well, it's more like I'm educating you on sleep. Calm down. I'm not educating you on sleep. I'm only telling you the place of sleep when it comes to hair growth, okay? Now, poor sleep quality affects a whole lot of things. It affects your weight in general. Now you see a lot of obese people. Some of them, it's not because of what they eat alone. Some of them is not because of their lifestyle alone. The lifestyle, as per what they eat, what they drink, no exercise, no, those things don't even have it. They don't sleep. That's poor sleep quality leads to a number of health issues, whether it's stress, skin issues, energy levels, or poor immune system. Did you know that your sleep cycle affects your hair's overall health? Did you know that your sleep cycle affects your hair's overall health? Of course you don't know. Let me tell you. A good and restorative night's sleep is required for protein synthesis of the hair and releases enzymes and growth hormones that are necessary for overall hair growth. I'm going to take that again. A good restorative night's sleep is required for protein synthesis of the hair, plus the release of enzymes and growth hormones that are necessary for overall hair health. So you see why it's important that you use certain products when you are going to bed, because when you're going to bed and you are relaxing very well, you are going to have a good night's sleep, and then you've applied this product. So when protein synthesis occurs at night and growth hormone is being released while you are asleep, the growth process, or rather the working of those topical applications, is going to happen a lot more easier. Wow, because growth hormone is being released at night, and so growth is going to happen a lot more faster for you. Did I say it well? A got you right, it got your attention. So you see why those people who don't sleep much, some of them don't have good hair growth. It's not their fault, it's because they are not sleeping well. So growth hormone is not being released properly. Some of them don't even grow well. I think there's a type of dwarfism that results from stress, and stress could only come when someone is not sleeping well. A dwarfism like that occurs. The way that sleep affects your body's natural hormones is probably that. The way that sleep affects your body's natural hormones is probably the most important part of preventing hair loss. I'll take it again. The way that sleep affects your body's natural hormones is probably the most important part of preventing hair loss. Your body produces a hormone called melatonin. Your body produces an hormone called melatonin. This hormone helps your body regulate your sleep cycle, and it also has been shown to increase hair growth. So meaning melatonin is being released at night when you are at sleep. Not just anyhow sleep, but when you are receiving good sleep, when your mind is not thinking about so many things, okay? So it is part of your nighttime routine to get good sleep for melatonin to be released. Okay, and so melatonin has been proven to increase hair growth, and also if your body decreases in its melatonin levels, meaning if melatonin secretion decreases, it also could result to hair loss. Did you get that? So if your body is not producing enough melatonin, it simply means that you're going to be experiencing hair loss. And the only reason why your body will not be producing enough melatonin is because you're not getting good sleep. So you see why sleep is important. Now let's continue. I'm not done reading what I'm reading. Sleep deprivation. Oh my god. Stress has been known to result in hair loss. Okay, this is when stress pushes the hair follicles into a premature resting state. So it means stress could actually push your hair follicles into a premature resting state, and when this happens, your hair is not going to grow, and that's hair loss. Hair is gone, which results to the shedding phase, where a lot of our hairs begin to break. So you see why sleep is very important. If you don't sleep well, melatonin is not secreted, and then this results in stress. And so when you are stressed, it then results in hair loss, which is caused by premature resting state of your hair. So your hair goes into a premature resting state. It never reached to rest, but then because you're stressed, your hair just goes into a resting state. It's no longer growing, and so the ones that you have up here before begins to break, and the shedding phase begins to occur. So you see why it's important to have a good nighttime routine. So let me talk about protective hairstyling. This is the cocoa of the day. We've talked about the first important story of the day, which is nighttime routine, and I think I did well with talking about that. I think if you think I did well as well, please give this video a huge thumbs up, and then also subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. Hit the notification bell. Let's continue. Protective hairstyling. Now, what is protective hairstyle? From the name alone, you should already be able to tell what a protective hairstyle is, right? So what is a protective hairstyle? A protective hairstyle is a style that protects your hair. Protective hairstyling is a style that protects your hair. It's a style that keeps the edges of your hair tucked away from view, tucked away from harm, tucked away from excessive manipulation. So something like what I'm wearing right now, I am going to call it a protective hairstyle, because it's protecting the edges of my hair and it's keeping them tucked away from harm. Do you get? So now let's continue. I'm going to read from my notes. Protective hairstyles have your hair tucked away from frequent and regular styling, like I've already mentioned. Protective hairstyles protects not just the strands of your hair, but also the ends of your hair, which is the oldest part of your hair. Now, these ends of your hair, let me reveal mine. So the ends of your hair are actually the oldest part of your hair. Can you see that? They're the oldest part of your hair because they grew out first. So if you manipulate them too much, you're going to be causing damage to them and they are going to wear out easily. Okay, so now the types of protective hairstyles that we have. Talking about the types of protective hairstyles that we have the twist, we have the braids, we have the updo hairstyles, and we also have the use of wigs. Now, all of these are protecting your natural hair. Okay, so now how often should I wear a protective hairstyle? Protective hairstyles should be worn regularly. Okay, protective hairstyles should be worn. Protective hairstyles should be worn with lots of care. Protective hairstyles should be worn using the LOC method, the OLC method, the OCL method, whichever one you want to call it. But protective hairstyles should be worn using that method. L for liquid, O for oil, C for cream. So protective hairstyles should be worn using this method, such that you oil your hair, you spritz some liquid on your hair, which is water. So you use some water on your hair, and then you also use some cream to moisturize your hair. So how to maintain a protective hairstyle? Now let's talk about how to maintain a protective hairstyle. Number one, a lot of us are so guilty of this that we forget our hair. Try not to forget your hair. I mean, for nothing in this world should you forget your hair. Ask me why I did that. I don't know, but for nothing in this world should you forget your hair. Okay, try to always take good care of your hair. So in maintaining protective hairstyle, it's not just about wearing protective hairstyles to grow your hair. How do you maintain these protective hairstyles? First, moisturize before installing that protective hairstyle. So after washing, ensure you moisturize your hair before using or before installing the protective hairstyle. Moisturizing, let me just quickly show you my own moisturizer that I am using currently. It's not branded because I actually tore out the brand, but I'm going to tell you more about her. It's the Unique hair care products. They are amazing. I actually buy from her to resell, hence there's no labeling on this one, but this product is really amazing. It really moisturizes your hair. So apply some moisturizer to your hair after washing. Ensure that you've moisturized your hair properly before installing that protective hairstyle. Number two way of maintaining a protective hairstyle is do not wear tight hairstyles. Now there are certain type of hairstyles that a lot of us tend to wear. They're too tight, like they are really too tight, and that's not good at all. Like really too tight hairstyles tend to pull your hair from the roots, and then so if it's pulling your hair from the roots and then your hair is not that strong, like not that strengthened, it's going to break and you're going to be losing so much hair. So that's the main reason why you should not wear too tight hairstyles. Number three, do not wear your hair up too frequently. Do not wear your hair up too frequently, like in wearing high puffs, high buns and all of that. Those kind of hairstyles, I'm going to try to insert pictures of these things that I'm trying to explain to you so you get to understand. Okay, so please do not use those type of hairstyles too frequently, as it would hurt your hair rather than doing your hair any good. Fourthly, protect your hair at night. So Protecting your hair at night, we actually talked about that when we're talking about nighttime routine, about using a hair bonnet like this to protect your hair when you're going to bed. Fourthly, oil your hair and scalp regularly. Oil your hair and scalp regularly. When we're talking about nighttime routine, I remember making mention of the fact that for those of us who have very dried scalp, it's important that you always oil your scalp to prevent your scalp from getting dried and flaky, and then also causing some other kind of irritations to your scalp, or probably making the cuticles of your hair too dried and then your hair starts pulling off. So always oil your scalp regularly. Fourth, rather the fifth thing, or maybe the sixth, I think the sixth rather, replenish your hair with leave-in conditioners daily. Replenish your hair with leave-in conditioners daily. So you can decide to make this a morning routine or a nighttime routine. It could be a morning routine for those of us who always change our hairstyles in the morning when we're going out. So when changing your hairstyle in the morning, you could just chip in the leave-in conditioner stuff. But if you do not change your hairstyles daily, probably you wear cornrows weekly, you change your cornrows weekly, ensure to always moisturize your cornrows as well. You could use sprints are a lot more better. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. So this is my spray bottle, and in here I have water and my rinse out conditioner and a few drops of oil. So this is exactly what I use to moisturize my hair most of the times when I just feel like, you know, doing something really quick with my hair. So like just moisturizing my hair really quick, that works really well. Okay, so probably if you wear cornrows, you could use that as well to moisturize your hair. Do not leave your hair without moisture. Next, give frequent touch-ups to your hair. So if you're wearing cornrows, don't just allow the cornrows stay for 3 months or a month without you changing it. Even 2 weeks is already due for a change. So take it down, give a touch up again to that hairstyle, and then get it looking nice again. Okay, and then lastly, do not keep protective hairstyles for too long. That's exactly what I just mentioned. So you cannot be wearing a protective hairstyle for a month. The most you can wear a protective hairstyle is a month. Don't wear a protective hairstyle more than a month. Wearing a protective hairstyle more than a month, you'll be looking for something that is not looking for you. You're looking for breakage that you really do not want, and is definitely not looking for you. So how often should I moisturize my hair? Now, protective hairstyles are worn so as to reduce the times you spend restyling and all of that. Good. So now that you're not restyling frequently, how about you moisturizing frequently? That's the little tip there. So because you're not restyling frequently, you should also give in to moisturizing frequently. Then next, what do I need to moisturize my hair? So there are actually 2 basic ways I do moisturize my hair, and I think a lot of other people do moisturize their hair. This is one, a sprint. You can make this sprint basically using just water or a diluted leave-in conditioner or a diluted rinse out conditioner, whichever one it is that you have. So you can just do this. This is called a sprint. So you can use this for moisturizing your hair, or you can as well use a store-bought moisturizer or leave-in conditioner or whatever to moisturize your hair. So those are 2 ways you can moisturize your hair. Either you're using the sprint or you're using this moisturizer, something like this. It doesn't necessarily have to be this, but something like this. So it's either you're using this or the sprint. Either of them would work really well. Okay, so moving from there, let's talk about, can I wash my hair in a protective hairstyle? Yes, you can. I'm going to I'm going to leave the link to a video in the iCards for you to go watch how I refreshed my braids. Now, you can actually do that for any protective hairstyle. Whether you're wearing a cornrow, a twist, a braid, locks, whatever kind of hairstyle, protective hairstyle it is you're wearing, you can do that. All you have to do is just clean the scalp, apply more moisture back to your roots, And also, if you feel like refreshing the braid to make it look new again, you can as well do that. I'm going to leave that video in the iCards for you to go watch, so that best explains all of that. What type of protective hairstyles are the best to wear? So I actually mentioned that I was going to tell you guys about how to wear protective hairstyles and the best protective protective type of hairstyles that you should wear. So talking about box braids, cornrows, two-stranded twists, two-stranded braids. For braids, sorry, I'm mentioning for braids. You have the box braids, cornrows, two strands braids, three strands braids rather, three strands braid. While for twist, we have the Marley, the flat twist, we have the two-stranded twist, we have the three-stranded twist, we have the mini twist, we have chunky twist, we have fox locks. And then for updo hairstyles, we have the bun, the top knot, the ninja bun, tuck and rolls. Now I love tuck and rolls. I think I can actually call this one I'm wearing a tuck and roll hairstyle, but it's not a basic tuck and roll hairstyle, or tuck and roll hairstyles, or roll and tuck hairstyles, whichever one you want to call it. Let me just shit. I'm going to make a video. I intend on making a tuck and roll hairstyle really soon, so I'm going to share that with you guys. Okay, so wigs are also very good ways to protect your hair. They're actually things that you could use to protect your hair. Use of wigs, whether braided wigs, human hair wigs, or whatever kind of wigs they are, really. Wig caps, just wear them, because definitely you're wearing a corn roll under, or you're wearing a twist under. That's another protective hairstyle underneath your hair, and then the wig is protecting the protective hairstyle. You understand? We're done. So if you found this video really helpful, please, I'm going to ask you to give this video a huge thumbs up, like this video a huge thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so you get notified whenever I post a new video, and leave a comment in the comment section down below. Probably if you have questions you want to ask, maybe something I really did not expatiate more on and you would want me to do that, please leave it in the comment section and I am going to answer your question. So this is the wrap of the video. Like, we've been able to review the first two topics first two videos which I've had on my channel before. Why is my hair not retaining length? What is my hair type? We're able to do a quick review on those two, and then we were also able to talk about nighttime routine and protective hairstyling. So I think this is everything I need to talk about. If you think there's more to talk about, or probably something you're not properly cleared on and you'd love to be cleared on it, please let me know and I would be very glad to talk about it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, comment, share, and also hit the notification bell. It's very important you hit the notification bell so you get notified whenever I post a new video. You can chat me up on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, and I'll be sure to reply you. Bye bye.